you obsessed about? Or who are you obsessed about? I obsess about a lot of things as a full-time RVer. And today I'm going to share with you the top 7 things that I obsess about as a full-time traveler. And if you're a full-time RVer or van lifer, you might recognize some of these. And just a word of warning to those who are thinking about hitting the road, I'm going to share with you some of your future obsessions.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own.
Totally forgot to shoot my intro. So, hi friendlies, I'm Carolyn and welcome back to my life living in an RV. I've been doing this 8 years and I've been doing it on YouTube long enough to know that if I'm going through some things, other people are probably going through some things, or they're going to once they start living in an RV. So let's talk about RVers' obsessions. Number 1 on my list of things that full-time RVers and especially boondockers obsesses on are battery levels. Especially if you're a boondocker and you rely on solar and your house batteries, this is something that you're constantly monitoring. It tells you how much power you're using, how much power is left in your battery. Do I need to recharge my batteries? Do I need to unplug things? Do I need to run the generator? Do I need to move my solar panels if I have movable solar panels? Do I need to drive out of the shade and into the sun? There are a million different things that go into keeping your batteries in a healthy place to be able to run your life. So that's why I, and probably every other full-time off-grid RVer or van lifer, is completely obsessed with their battery levels. The second thing on my list of things that I obsess about is the weather. Is it going to be too hot? Do I need to move to a higher elevation to stay cool? Is it going to be too cold? Do I need to move to a lower elevation so that I don't freeze? Is it going to be too windy? Do I need to bring in my awning? Do I need to bring in my chair? Is it going to literally be 55-mile-an-hour gusts? Do I need to point my nose in the wind? Are there going to be hurricanes or tornadoes or heavy rain or heavy winds? These are all things that every full-time RVer I know obsesses about on a regular basis. We base our travel plans on the weather. What state you're going to be in and what time of year, whether you're going to be high or low, what direction your nose is going to be pointing. And even in cases of extreme weather, that means we might need to completely change our plans and head for safety. So that's why the weather is the second thing on my list of things that as a full-time RVer I obsess about. And number 3 are weird noises in my engine or in my coach. Is that a new squeak? Is that a new whirring? Is my engine revving louder than usual? Is it making more noise going uphill or going downhill? Are my brakes squeaking? I mean, it literally every time I drive, you are on the listen and the lookout for anything that doesn't sound normal, because my biggest fear is breaking down out in the middle of nowhere. Of course, I've done videos about that. I can definitely take care of myself, but who wants the headache? So that's why number 3 on my list of things that I completely obsess about are strange noises in my RV. Or is there a mouse? That happens too. Next on my list of things that I obsess on is tire pressure. I'm constantly eyeballing my tires. Every time I'm parked, every single day, I look at my tires. Does it look low? I'm constantly taking it in, saying my tires look low, and they're constantly like, nope, they're fine. They're exactly where they should be. But I am absolutely obsessed with tire pressure because, again, I don't want a flat tire out in the middle of nowhere. I don't want a flat tire on the road. It's just not easy to fill my duals. I do have an air compressor, but it's not easy to fill these duals because I don't have valve extensions on them, because I've had nightmares with valve extensions. I'll put that video in the video description below so you can check out why valve extensions are a bad idea for the way I live my life. But tire pressure is definitely something I obsess over. And in fact, you should too. Next is cell signal. This is not as bad as it used to be since I have Starlink, but as a full-time RVer, the first several years that I was on the road, I was absolutely obsessed with whether or not I had a cell signal or I would have a cell signal in my boondocking spot. I was constantly looking at my phone. Do I have a cell signal? Because without a cell signal, I couldn't work. I couldn't stay in touch. I couldn't watch TV, be online. I couldn't do anything without my cell signal. So that was definitely something that I was obsessed with when I first hit the road. But like I said, it's gotten a lot better now that I have Starlink, but it's still a little bit of an obsession, especially spending several months a year now in the East where there's a lot of tree cover. I'm still a little obsessed with internet access or a cell signal. Am I going to be able to get an internet signal with my Starlink? Is it going to be able to see a satellite because there's so much tree cover? So it's still pretty much an obsession. You know, we are a society that is connected online, for better or for worse. I am just like everybody else. I'm addicted to my internet. I wish it wasn't the case. I'm working on it, but it is. So that's why having a cell signal or being connected to the internet is on number 5 on my list of things that I am totally obsessed with. Number 6 on my list of RV life obsessions is, of course, traveling. I cannot stay in one place too long without getting what Bob Wells calls itchy feet. I am addicted to traveling and exploring and finding new places and seeing new things and really just being on the road. It is an absolute obsession of mine to just see everything, explore everything, go everywhere, do everything. And it literally is I think it's part of my DNA. I have been spending my summers in New York. I've been here 3 months now, and I'm just itching to get back on the road. So oftentimes that obsession to travel and explore pulls at my need to also fulfill my daughterly obligation and spend time with my mother. But I gotta tell you, being on the road, and I don't know if being on the road as long as I have has made it worse. I think maybe. I mean, there used to be a time that I could live a traditional life and not travel all the time. And now, if I'm sitting in one place for several weeks or a month at a time, I'm just like, I can't wait to go. I just have to go. It's what fuels me. It's what keeps me going. It's my motivation and my inspiration, and it just feeds my soul. So I am absolutely, positively obsessed with traveling. And finally, number 7, and my absolute biggest obsession. Anybody on the road know what it might be? Is looking for boondocking spots. This has literally become, I'm obsessive over exploring forest roads, desert roads. I mean, even when I'm driving around with my mother in the car, I'm like, ooh, that would be a nice boondocking spot. Ooh, I wonder what's down there. Can I boondock down there? This has literally been the biggest obsession of maybe my life. I mean, I remember Sarah and Aaron of that RV over there, who I went to Mexico with. I'll put a link to their channel below if you want to check it out. I remember we were talking about it. You know, you're literally driving down the road and you're like this, you're like this, you're like this. I mean, you're constantly looking for boondocking opportunities. It's almost a sickness in me. I think literally, like, I am near my mother's house. I don't need a boondocking spot. I always have a place to stay at her house. And yet I'm always like, ooh, I wonder if I could spend the night there. Ooh, I bet I could get away with spending the night here. I mean, it's literally a sickness. Can anybody else relate to that? So that's why number 7 on my list is finding boondocking spots, and it is absolutely my biggest obsession of RV life. Can anybody relate to that? So what are some of your obsessions? Whether it's RV life or not, tell me below in the comments, what are you absolutely obsessed over? If you're obsessed over hats and you like the hats you have seen in this video, this is my newest design. Look at that. This is Bigfoot. I love this. Look at that. It's a Bigfoot couple riding in an RV because I never saw any Bigfoot RV themed stuff. So I decided to make it. So there's hats and tees. If you liked any of the other hats you saw me wear in this video, including this RV themed hat, check out the link below to my Etsy store. I have all kinds of fun, be happy, be free, be kind, and RV themed merch there. And it really helps my channel out when you shop my Etsy store. And as always, whenever you buy 2 or more items, you can save 10% by using discount code SAVE10. So bookmark, favorite my Etsy store, visit often. I'm often adding new merch. Everything you do, every place you shop on my affiliates and my store helps keep this channel alive. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate everything you do to help make this wonderful adventure of mine a full-time job. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you next Sunday. Oh, I have something really fun for you next Sunday. Weather permitting, I am going to go tent camping tomorrow night. And I'm going to film it for you. Tent camping in the woods of New York. So I've got this great spot for you. So be sure to check in next Sunday. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I think I am going to be getting back to travel videos very soon. At least next Sunday. I'm really hoping to get that tent camping video for you. It's going to be very nature forward, very quiet, possibly no talking. So tune in for that. Thanks again. I'll see you soon. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. I'll see you soon. Oh, you want to see Sadie? Of course you want to see Sadie. How you doing? She's been kind of quiet today, huh? Are you feeling okay? She's been a little quiet. Hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Yes. You feeling good? Is life good? Say hi, Pete. Say hi, friendlies. Bye. Do you want to say goodbye?